All right, so we are back. We have Knockout versus Freezer Burn. All right, so hi again. My name is Nathaniel Gatza. I will be commentating with
Stacey Hewen. And Freezer Burn here, I believe, is the individuals that were put together, people who didn't have a team but were looking for one.
That's exactly right, Stacey. That's what these are the only ones that don't have jerseys that all look the same.
So Megan McEwen was on Ghosted until like a week or two ago, and then she left to play as a solo player. And I happen to know that we're looking at over there as well. I'm blanking on the last name for Jackie, unfortunately, who is on Queen Bees.
Oh, yes. Both of them, it was good initiative on Megan's part because I believe she is the captain of this team.
Yeah. So Megan McEwen is bidextrous, same as I am, where she has her dexterity on the left side and her strength on the right.
There's another left-handed thrower.
Right, but she's been throwing right-handed today, and you'll notice that she's been throwing right-handed for a while because she can summon more power from her right hand. She's just not as accurate.
Good job, good shot.
And so that's a bit of an affliction for some people. This woman here, do you recognize her? All right, let's get the roster list up.
Hit on the toes there. Nice hit by
Flashy
Deshaun.
moves.
Yeah.
Spinning backhanded shot.
It's nice that these individuals came out to play this. It's a great experience, great learning, and really gets more people in this sport. Let's see. Just pulling up the roster list now.
All right, so in the center you'll see Marlies Ritchie, who's just to the left of the opening rushers there. Jasper's shot going a little bit short. Okay, Jackie Spear, that's the name that I was looking for.
Oh, catch by Boone.
Yeah, see Leah Gilchrist there, faking right to the right of McEwen, passing the ball off to the right.
Someone was asking a question, has Strike won Nationals yet?
Well, Strike hasn't even been chosen yet.
I think they meant in the past, like our previous Strike teams.
Well, that's Jordan Ansu who's asking.
I believe so.
Shout out to Jordan Ansu, local player, moved a little bit out to Arborg there. I believe that's your wife, Charlize Gatz on the court there in the pink shorts.
On the pink shorts, that is my wife. Hi, honey. Freezer Burnt is the team in black. Someone was asking.
The team in blue is Knockout. The ones wearing the jerseys that say Knockout. And the team in black is Freezer Burnt. Again, it's a team of individuals who wanted to play in the event.
Excellent throw by McEwen there, the little trade.
Number 2 with a flashy throw.
A little scrape on Gatza there.
Mravik taking a nice shot at Gilchrist, leaving Freezer Burnt with just 2 players.
I'm not sure, it's a question here about asking how the refs keep time. We actually have a giant clock in which we are keeping the time for everyone. Oh, nice block there. Knockout has 5-1 here.
Duchamp there with a very lackluster fake. Looks like she's preserving energy right now. Oh, nice counter from Ravic. Absolutely, very flashy dodges from this woman. I unfortunately don't recognize her, and the roster list they sent in doesn't have anything to do with numbers or anything on there, so I'm sorry, but we won't be able to give the same level of commentary on Freezer Burnt as we will be able to on all the teams that have names, numbers, and rosters. There you go. Boone feeling her out there. Giving a nice come at me, bro. Duchamp picking up the ball. Cote takes the shot, but goes over top. Notice not a lot of tall women on Friesenberg. They all seem to be rather smaller in stature, which is going to make them harder to hit. Reminds me of our national favorites, Malaysia.
Yep.
At the world level, Malaysia, one of just the strongest countries out there. They don't have a lot of large players, but for the most part, they're fast, they're agile, and they're strong enough.
Well, as long as you have the arms to back it up, I mean, your dodging ability is such a key component, and that's something Malaysia has in strides, is their speed and agility.
Okay, I'm going to address something Sultana said in the stream here. The ref isn't keeping time. What they're doing is they're keeping the throw clock. So what happens is there needs to be a throw every 10 seconds. Burden goes in order of whichever team has more balls, then to whichever team has more players. If both teams have the same number of balls and the same number of players, then whichever team was told to throw last is excused from throwing. So basically you just give the turns back and forth until an advantage is found. So when you see the referee here, Adriana Mingo, counting out 5, 4, 3, she's indicating with her arm which team's turn it is to throw and how much time they have to throw. There'll be 5 seconds without a count out loud and then 5 seconds out loud.
All right. So it looks like...
Oh, Brady going to take a greedy shot at the huddle. Nope.
Oh, excellent faking. So those are the kind of fakes that you want to see. A full fake.
Oh, and disarm.
Block, but McEwen with a nice counter on her there.
Action roll out of the court, and then Mravik with a beautiful cross court. Nice accuracy on that throw.
What Maverick was doing there, she was looking for someone who wasn't paying attention for just a second, just enough that she could just get that shot off.
Yeah, Richie going to be calling the play for her team there. Marlies Ritchie and Jackie Spear go way back. The two of them actually played dodgeball together in 2014-2015 on a team called Gotta Catch 'Em All. Right around the time that the competitive community was moving over from Rec League to Dodgeball Winnipeg. Jackie Spear, whose throw at the time back like 3 or 4 years ago was clocked at 80 kilometers an hour, which was quite impressive for a woman at that time. Nowadays, I imagine her throw is harder. She's also a competitive sailboat instructor.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, so she's a sailing coach.
That's unique. I like it.
Yeah, I didn't realize that that sort of stuff is competitive, but I mean, where do you think the Blue Nose schooner comes from?
It's funny, you see little things like that all around Canada, actually. I know Gats earlier on, a couple of years back, took a tall ship class where she was on a boat for an entire month just out on the ocean. I didn't even know they still had those.
Look at Duchamp holding her shoulder there. Is she in pain or did she just throw kind of funny? But she did get the hit.
Duchamp is recovering from being sick.
All right.
I know she's not feeling...
One last comment on sailing. If you have a really, really good like sailboat person, sailor, do you call them sailors if you're like sailboat racing? Let's say you have a really good sailboat racer.
Okay.
Would you call them a dime?
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Oh, Jasper with a strong shot, but it goes over the top there. Oh, number 2 flirting with the back line there again. You can't step on the lines.
No.
If you are out, if you step on the line, you don't just have to step out, you have to step on it.
And if you're wondering, the green line is the line, not that large black one. The large black one's kind of like a warning line. All 6 players on for both teams here.
Knockout not finding their mark. There you go. Rylan Yarjow of the men's A team is ball retrieving for the women's individual team. Somebody asked last week during the men's event if the men shag for the women the same way the women shag for the men. Absolutely.
Absolutely. That's something that's really good that we see in dodgeball. It's the nice teamwork and volunteer work that brings everyone out and they help each other out and just really brings in the whole Manitoba United.
Yes. We've been really rocking the Manitoba United shirts today. Shout out to Tim. He's wearing his Vengeance jersey. Funny story behind that. He ordered a Heatwave jersey, but Kano sent us Vengeance jerseys instead. And so everybody who ordered... Oh, and a catch from Boone there on the spinning backhand from number 2. Brady just launching a rocket. She has such an angry game face. But it's just a game face.
That's the intimidation factor.
Yeah. Her and Morgan Lecuyer. Nice easy blocks from Richie there. Richie passing it off to Gatsa. The three of them calling a play in the huddle, but Moravik threatening the huddle. Big smile on her face. She's having a great time out there. Nice punish on number 8. Brady needs to back off the power a little bit. Somebody made a comment earlier. She put all of her specs into power, or maybe they said strength, but regardless, you can't spec all into one thing, right? But that seems to be kind of what Knockout is built up on. It's a team with a bunch of players who are phenomenal at a single ability, not a ton of well-rounders, right? Bethany Brown there, very survivable, very agile. You have Robin Boone, who's just specced out in catching. You could say Katie Brady is, just strength. Mind you, her catching ability is top-notch too.
I personally think one of the people on their team that's a nice all-rounder is Modric. I think that...
Moravik? Yes.
Yeah, she is...
Oh, and look at that catch from Brady.
She has a great dodge ability, excellent blocking, and then her throw is extremely accurate as well as powerful.
Yes.
Probably one of their best well-rounded players.
Yep. Moravik also brings to the table that she is left-handed. It just throws people a little bit off when you're lining up against her. You're used to, when you're lining up against a predominantly right-handed team, all the shots going off to their left or your right.
It's a big reason why they put her on left guard, is so that when she gets that curve on, it curves.
So well-known lefty Colton Bertrand was discussing how he moved from left guard to right guard, and now that he's facing into the court, he finds himself more effective. And I think he makes a good point.
He does make a good point. I did notice that when we played against them in last weekend, is that I was like, this is an interesting trade, but he played one of the best tournaments of his life, and I think it's a big reason for that is that he was on the right side.
Yeah. Oh, if we want to talk again about specs, Bamforth specced out in survivability. Cote is speed and all the things that brings with it. She is very fast to the line. She's got a great opening rush. Her snap is solid. She's survivable because she can dodge really well, but...
Nice hit by Duchamp.
Yeah, I would say at Nationals in 2019, we saw Cote's throws going a little errant. She seems to have dialed them in a lot better for this year.
Absolutely. And Cote was a big reason why Prairie Fire made it to the semifinals at Nationals due to her survivability and lasting on the court for an entire, I believe one round was 7 minutes long.
7 minutes in dodgeball time is forever.
Yeah, and she was
I just, on Thursday, I did a 1v1 event for charity where I took on, I want to say 12 or 13 people, for the most part back-to-back. And you don't understand how even like a minute and a half at full tilt is devastating, let alone 7. Oh, and
excellent throw by McEwen.
Yeah, Brown disarmed. So we want to talk about the well-rounders, so the people who make up like that solid middle of knockout who aren't too specced out in anything. We've got Duchamp, Jasper, and Moravik.
Yep.
Jasper is a very interesting player. She's not super flashy, but she has solid throwing abilities. Her fakes are believable. You can really put her into any position and she'll be competent.
Absolutely.
And look at the hit on Gilchrist's head. Leah Gilchrist, who was out a while back on I think she had a demolished pinky for a while there. Might have been a thumb, I can't remember. She had the claw, like the hand cast into a claw.
That's the pinky. Generally when you have the full claw, it's the pinky.
Which, the splint I had to wear for my thumb was pretty immobilizing.
We got the shot here. McEwen getting low there. He just shy of Brady's throw, which is good.
Megan McEwen is a competent player, but she would definitely benefit from a throwing coach.
From a throwing coach?
Yeah, so you see how Cote was able to just drop and make that catch. If McEwen could summon a little more power or to throw with some dynamics, like a little bit of a spin to it, I think she would find herself with significant more success. She has the dodging ability, she has the timing.
And she has the accuracy as well. She gets it on the mark.
Accuracy is one of those things where with a throw, it's like a triangle, right? And you can have power, accuracy, and spin. And you have to find like a nice balance. Rylan Yarjow is a great example of somebody who can do all three. Yes. But that's when you're learning to throw harder, oftentimes you're sacrificing accuracy. If you want to see somebody who's on the journey towards throwing harder, Kimberly Shesterniak is a great example. Gatsa making the money ball play.
Dodging both balls.
Yeah,
very
needs
good.
to get a little further forward if she's going to money ball.
Absolutely. Get a little more of those fakes in and movability. She's getting low, though. Nice moving of her leg there. Oh, Boone goes for the catch and drops it.
Just getting caught up on the chat with all y'alls. Somebody commenting that Celine Cote is an exciting player to watch. Yep, she has national experience, bronze medalist.
Bronze medalist, yep, last year with Prairie Fire.
That's
Something
right.
that Cote is very good at. When they do the money ball and she's the last one standing, she's very good at getting up there, getting those fakes in and aggression to try and bait the balls.
So on the women's side, the team that wins this tournament will get to take the name Strike 1919 and be the A team. The women that are put together by a selection committee will be the quote-unquote B team, which will be under the name Prairie Fire generally.
Absolutely, yep.
So just because they're the A and the B team doesn't necessarily mean that one team is stronger than another. Oftentimes it does. But we have found, at least last year, Prairie Fire managed to just squeak out a victory when they took on Strike 1919 in playoffs. Overtime, sudden death. So really just demonstrating the equality between those two teams' skill levels at the time.
Also, even in men's, the last 2 years in a row, the Team B made it further than Team A.
Okay, I have an opinion on that though. Golden Boys got the bronze medal, yes.
Yes.
Against Z Warriors, who took fourth.
Okay.
Monstars lost by a single point in overtime sudden death to Fury, the team that took the whole tournament.
Okay.
So who had the harder game?
Probably Monsters had the harder game, but the round robin, how what they played during the round robin led to who that they would play in playoffs.
Okay, yes, that is true, but I feel like in the playoff performance, even though Monstars lost, they had the significantly harder matchup. And
it was definitely a hard matchup, and they played phenomenal. They had a great comeback, just like Golden Boys did. They were actually 1 point shy of bringing it to overtime, which was an exceptional feat.
I remember watching Chris Moises.
Really just getting the double hit here. Just want to point that out. It was an excellent job on her part.
Yeah, when Moises lined out and called himself out, I just want to say that it was a great display of honesty there and the integrity that Manitoba shows on the national stage. Oh, and Marlise Ritchie really just cleaning up. All right, and knockout lining up again. Looks like they've got Cote on the inside, Brady on the outside. Oh, Boone slipping, almost making a catch. Okay, good. I was worried she might be walking off with a limp there based on how she fell, but she looks fine. So I want to say that Richie should be real proud of her performance in the last round. Brady throwing a ball at the huddle, as one is apt to do.
Brown making the block there.
Yeah, passing the ball off to the guard as you're supposed to once you have two balls in hand.
Doing exactly what person with the money ball is supposed to do.
Oh, Brady wants a catch. Handing the ball off to Cote.
Getting hit
Cote
there.
getting hit on the back pedal. Actually, I'm wondering if maybe she's just saving her arm. They're already up by 6 points. There's no need to be just rocking it.
Now 10 seconds left. Oh, they just win. Oh, they won.
Freezer Bird takes a point.
Just took all four out in a matter of 3 seconds. Well done. Making the game 6-1. Freezer Burn got their very first point. Good for them. Excellent game.
Yeah, that was a good game to watch. I think Knockout played a good disciplined game. Looked like they had a little bit of fun with it. I saw some big smiles on their faces there.
Absolutely.
Lining up now, I'm seeing Ghosted on one side. Going to have, let's see who else is coming up here. Looks like Ghosted versus Queen Bees. All friends here. You see a little bit of a dance-off happening at center court.